Encrypted RCS, signs of that were spotted in the iOS 26.3 beta. Basically, people have discovered in the iOS 26.3 beta some settings that indicate carriers will be able to enable end-to-end encryption for RCS messaging and indicate that in iMessage. That's pretty exciting news for people who have been following RCS support on iOS for a while, because of course right now it is all not encrypted, and Apple said that they weren't committing to using the same sort of encryption standard that Google is using right now in Google Messages on Android, because it was something that Google developed on their own instead of working with GSMA to create like a standardized encryption protocol for all of these platforms and services to use. But now there is a new standard. It's called Messaging Layer Security, or MLS, and that's what RCS is going to be using in the future. And I guess that's what's being added to iOS. The appearance of this stuff in the iOS beta doesn't indicate that it's coming in the iOS 26.3 release necessarily. That could come, with this code still disabled, for example. So we might not see encrypted RCS right away, but it is a sign that it is actually coming at some point. They're actively working on support for it. There's definitely a lot of benefit to encrypting all of your messages. RCS definitely is not the ideal messaging platform for a lot of reasons. There isn't a lot of protection of your metadata, like who you're chatting with and that sort of thing, compared to something like Signal, for example. So we're still going to recommend a lot of different, more secure and more private messengers on our site that we would recommend you use. But especially in the United States, texting is extremely common here. It's easy for a lot of people and people just default to it. And so I think anything that improves the baseline security of all of these people who don't care about privacy and security and who aren't seeking out private and secure alternatives like Signal, it's still a good thing. It's a step in the right direction. A lot of people rely on this, and it's going to benefit a lot of people. So hopefully this is a sign that this will come in the final release sooner rather than later. But I guess time will tell when this will actually come out.
Just to clarify, and you may or may not know this, you said, and the article says here too, that it's a carrier setting. So does that mean carriers would have to choose to opt into this, like Verizon,
Yeah,
T-Mobile?
most likely.
Ugh,
This is
yikes.
definitely the biggest bummer with RCS.
I feel like it's going to be a challenge to get carriers to go ahead and roll this out. I feel like carriers have very little incentive. And I guess the only thing I could see maybe as incentive for the carriers is, I know that RCS also comes with a lot of those quality of life features that iMessage is known for, like bigger attachments and reacting to messages and stuff. So maybe we'll get lucky and maybe carriers will roll it out because the features and the privacy and the security will just be an added bonus.